Hi guys, my name is Nonima Dikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want us to talk about Umnisi and how he exposed Gininda for misleading the court about knowing or working with Colonel Mboto. Do you guys remember those utterances from Gininda? I love what Umnisi did there to expose Gininda and dealt with his credibility. What kind of a witness he is? Not credible, not a credible witness. Oh, by the way, in a normal court, he is not a credible witness. But then again, this is the court of Jadrata. You can't say for sure things are like that. Okay. Anyway, guys, before we get into that, guys, please make sure that you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you'll be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that. Now, let's talk about Mr. Gininda being exposed by Umnisi. So yesterday, was it Thursday? Yes, Thursday, Umnisi exposed Gininda. He touched on the matter of Mboto no Gininda working together and the way he went by doing that. But before we get into that situation, let's first thank Sispet, including Unjabula, because it was them that brought us receipts and brought us everything that we needed to know and told us that Mboto no Gininda knows each other. There is no way that Gininda will tell the court that he doesn't know Mboto. That's when he started to change his tune and started being bold and beautiful about saying, you know what, I know Mboto, I've worked with him. He changed now because back then he said he didn't know Mboto, he did not work with him. That's what we understood. By the way, Umnisi had to read records there. And then it was a conversation between Gininda, a cross-examination between Gininda and Ramusipile, and then a cross-examination between Mr. Mngome Zulu and Gininda back in 2023, if I got that right. So, no, it was 2023, and then it was January or February 2024, I think. So he read him all those records. He had to read the records because you know, Gininda, you can talk about something now, 2 minutes or a minute later, he will, or a quarter to a minute. Gininda will say, no, that's not what I said. So you need to be extra vigilant when you are dealing with him. You must look here and here, and then your ears must be like, huh? Because Sir G can actually turn on you and say, no, I never said no such. He can really turn on you fast and said, I never said no such. So you must always be extra careful when it comes to him. So I enjoyed how Mnisi dealt with him. Before we go to Mnisi, Patricia brought receipts telling us that back on the years of 2013, 2014, somewhere there, Gininda used to work that side of Cleveland police station. And also Mboto was working that side also. So that it looks like it's the side of Ekhuleni, and they used to work that side, so they knew each other. So there is no way that Gininda can say they never worked together. And also there was a confession, Mr. Chabalala, that they worked together. Gininda was part of the team or was the investigator. He was an IO in that case for 2013. And then Mboto was the one that took his confession at the time, took a confession for Gininda. So he can't say it was his first time working with him like this. It was shocking when he said that. And the receipts were there. You guys, you saw them. I don't need to be bringing that up, but there is a case. I forgot the case number, but okay, let me check. There is a case of 2013, of 2013 that Gininda worked on with who's this? Gininda worked with Mboto on. So we're dealing with that, Kesana. I love how everything is coming together In a normal courtroom, Kesana, we would be saying that, nah, we are done with the case. But this is Judge Rata, you know. This is Judge Lata. This is Judge Lata, okay? We can't say, okay, there it is, the receipts. 2014, 1108, 1405. That's the time. Cleveland Police Station. Colonel Mboto. The sergeant, ne? Lieutenant Colonel Mboto is the one that signed the other side. Okay, it was taking this one. And then on the other one, so it was Hlanganyelwa Moses Mboto that took this for Brigadier Gininda. It was Chabalala who was doing the confession. Yeah, it was Chabalala, Mr. Chabalala, who was doing the confession. And Itilendo, not Gininda trying to throw the late Brigadier Ndlovu under the bus while his name is recorded on the statement as an investigation officer. He said he never worked with Mboto before. This is an fire brigade, that's the SPET who posted those receipts there. Gininda must not dare. And then Umnisike dealt with this case. What's the case number there? I can't see. Let me see if I can find. Sorry. I can't see the case number, but it's a confession and admission form, this one. I can't see the case number. I can't see. Anyway, so that's that. That's that. Okay, Nidamosiana thinks that she can change like a chameleon in everything that he says. But the bottom line of it all is that I was happy when Missy had those receipts and was like, you said on this day, you said on this day, you said on this day. But funny enough that you did work with Mboto on this case. He had no choice but to say, yes, I did. Now he changed the entire Tonton and said that, no, I was one of the Tonton. It was Brigadier Ndlovu who was the, hey, Opsalayo, you were part of the investigating team. He says he was part of the investigating team. Bottom line is that you've been exposed because you spoke as if you have never worked with Mboto before. That is the bottom line. And he was there at, for this case, wasn't he at the, what you call in court, giving evidence with that lawyer, that white lady, Annalise something, I forgot her name, advocate or Annalise, I forgot her name. Yes. And then now he wants to act as if he has never worked with the court. Okay, Linda, please. We're not all coming from Kwangwane, okay? Not in a bad way. We are not coming from Kwangwane. You come, like we use our mindset here. When you want people to look like they're coming ladini, okay, in the deep dive of Kwangwane Emakaya or Emakaya Eastern Cape or KwaZulu Natal, ezinye izinto umqondo wabo. Because when you are coming from Kwangwane, like you're coming from Emakaya, ezinye izinto yabo until ingqondo iqhaqheke. So when he's dealing with South Africans, he's dealing with people. In fact, everybody that is watching this case, whether from Kwangwane or South Africa or Lesotho or wherever, as long as you are not from Emakaya, you are exposed to things. It's people that, in fact, Nasemakaya who are not exposed to things that sometimes is Nizinto. But once people get exposed to things like us now, we are also coming from Emakaya, but we are not these people anymore because now we have been exposed to things. We know how to use our brain. So we are trying to in fact, that is how Gininda treats the entire people that are watching the Senzo Mewa case as if they are the most dumbest people on earth. That's how he treats them, including the court itself. Because tell me why he responds to things the way he does. Honestly, tell me. Anyway, I was happy. That's all I'm here for to say. I was happy that he was exposed, and that made him an incredible, not a credible witness. What did I almost say? An incredible? No, not a credible witness. He is not a credible witness. Credibility down the drain, just like that. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts with this? Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye bye.